We continue on now with the next adjustment. This is adjustment number 3. The suspense arises as a result of an incorrect figure for mortgage interest, although the correct figure was put into the bank, and 2,000 paid towards PAYE, PRSI and USC entered only in the bank account. So the first thing we have to do is calculate the mortgage interest for the first 3 months. And if you look at your mortgage, which is the fourth number down, it says a mortgage of 200,000, but we had at the end of the year. But for the first 3 months, we only had a mortgage of 140,000, which is the 200,000 minus the 60,000. At 6%, multiply it by 3 over 12. And the correct figure is 2,100. But in the accounts, it's only 1,500. So we have to adjust it for €600. So here's the adjustment. We go, this is number 3 now, debit mortgage interest in the profit and loss account, 600. Credit salaries in the P&L, 600. Now, that's because that's a correction. So we're increasing a cost and we're making a correction. Likewise then with the PAYE, there's no workings here. So we're reducing the PAYE. So we debit PAYE, 2,000 in the balance sheet, and we credit salaries, 2,000 in the P&L. That's a correction. Number 4. We're now looking at goods with a retail selling price of 15,000 were returned to a supplier. So we returned goods to a supplier. The selling price was 20%. So we were going to be selling them for 15,000, divided by 1.2, and it gives you what we bought them for. Now, the supplier issued a credit note showing a restocking charge of 10% of the cost price. No entry had been made in respect of the restocking charge. So we go 12,500 at 10%, which is 1,250. So the adjustment then will be, for number 4, debit purchases, because we're increasing a cost in the trading account, 1,250. Creditors, we're increasing a liability in the balance sheet. We owe that money, 1,250. And then that's the 4th adjustment. Now when we go and we look at the next one then, and which will be number 5, provide for mortgage interest. Now mortgage interest, this is very interesting. Now, as we said, the mortgage, we had 140,000. We said previously we had 140,000 for the first 3 months. In fact, we had 140,000 for 12 months, and that was 8,400. And then we had 60,000 of a mortgage for 9 months, and that was that cost us 2,700. So that was 11,100. So that was the mortgage interest for the year. But we had already accounted for the 1,500 plus the 600, which is 2,100. So therefore, to be accounted for, we have €9,000. So the adjustment is, very top, debit mortgage interest, it's an increase in cost in the P&L at 9,000. Credit mortgage interest due, it's increasing a liability in the balance sheet, 9,000. It then tells us in the adjustment that of the 11,100, 25% of that was for private purposes. So we go 11,100 at 25% gives me 2,775. So I have to reduce my mortgage interest for the business by 2,775. So I go credit mortgage interest in the P&L, 2,775. Debit drawings in the balance sheet, 2,775.